Alright. Hello everybody, I'm Phalix1, and today I wanted to go down the list of the changes that came out in the patch on April 4th. I like a lot of them. It's primarily stuff that deals with your spouses, so I'm definitely showing that the developer is constantly going in the right direction, trying to look at what people are wanting and make the game better every time he puts out patches. So with the patch today, just going to walk around, show what's happening in case you haven't played in a while, or maybe if you've been playing but just you didn't notice. And one of the first things, a lot of people are talking about it, I don't even have the option open, not something that bothers me, but there is now an option to use the hardware cursor. And some people like it, not a thing to me, but many people did talk about it. And also another thing that I've noticed with some people, and I saw them asking, previous patch put in the zoom button here. I have it actually just turned on right there. That wasn't originally in the game, so that's nice to have. But again, that was a patch a little while back. Also, as I said, this was mainly about your spouses. It deals with festivals. Your spouse is going to have different dialogue in some of the festivals, make each one a little bit more unique, so it's not the same experience every year. But again, fairly big deal for me. It's just kind of part of the immersion of the game. At the Flower Festival, previous patch made it to where your spouse will actually dance with you, which, great. I was a little bugged that didn't happen the first year that I was married. And also the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, you have your spouse actually standing next to you, so you're not going to be off on your lonesome. Just good touch. Your in-laws, if you have any, with Leah, I don't have any here, but if you get Abigail or Meru, your in-laws are going to have different dialogue now, so it's not going to be kind of the same thing that you've been experiencing the whole time. They're actually, their personalities are going to change just a little bit. Since I married Leah, I can't really do anything to show that off, but just know that that's there. That if you did marry Abigail or Meru, be sure to go talk to their family, see what happens with them. And the next thing, not dealing with spouses, is your fruit trees. I'm not going to show anything here, as far as I know, yeah, because these are still relatively new trees. But each year that you have a tree up, you're actually going to get a higher quality yield. That tree, these are all new for this year, but if your trees have been up for at least a year, you're going to get a 1-star higher quality, and you can go up to a gold star on your fruit trees. Pretty handy. It's a nice way to make, if you want to just be kind of, if you want to work on an orchard and just have everything that you have on your farm be trees, that actually makes it more profitable. I've seen some people that their entire farm is just trees, so that actually kind of makes it a little feasible option, makes it a little bit more fun. And speaking of trees, I said in a previous video that I didn't really know what the lightning rods didn't think that you really needed a whole bunch of them, but that's because I'm an idiot, and I don't check up information for myself. I like to discover things on my own. I don't look up guides. Lightning rods are very important. They will intercept lightning before it strikes your trees or your crops. I've never had trees or any of my crops get struck by lightning. I guess it's because I got some lightning rods early, but I would recommend getting a couple of them as soon as you can. According to the wiki, there is no radius. It's just simply having the lightning rod can intercept your lightning. And if one is working and currently making a battery pack, it can't intercept lightning. This is important because the new patch has made a different effect on fruit trees. If they get struck by lightning, I don't know. It just says unique effect. I highly doubt it's beneficial, but it says that it's just something happens. But lightning is more likely to strike your trees and crops now with this patch. So you might want to get some lightning rods earlier. And it doesn't matter where you place them as long as you have them up on your farm. You don't have to move them around your crops as long as you have them here and you have enough that if a couple of them do get struck, that you have one that can still help to intercept the lightning. The next change is in the charcoal kiln. You used to need 20 pieces of wood in order to make some charcoal. You only need 10 now. It's a nice change. Not too beneficial to me. I have plenty. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I was trying to throw it in the recycler. Alright, yeah, I don't even have one up because I'm not using them. But if you have the charcoal kiln, you can toss just 10 pieces of wood in there, and you won't have to sit there and burn through a bunch of wood just to get some extra pieces of coal. A big thing that really helps now is your friendship levels no longer decay if they're at max. So if you are trying to max out everybody's heart levels, if you have someone max, you don't have to worry about looking in here and seeing, oh great, this person is no longer at max friendship levels, not huge, but if you're trying to get everyone up to max, it can bother you a bit. The next thing about friendship too is if you have not given a marriage candidate the bouquet, they're maxed out at 8 hearts. With this file, since I actually gave 3 sets of bouquets, I was able to get them all the way up. I don't know if that matters, but I was just able to get them all the way up. And everyone down here, since I haven't really done much with them, they're all stopped at 8 hearts. It's a nice touch, just kind of a way of showing that all these other people that you could marry can't have the same level of affection as your spouse. And our next thing is in the mines. If you die in the mines before, it could be pretty bad. You lose a lot of your progress on how far you went down your elevator, you lose your money, and you can drop items. But now, your money loss caps at 5,000 gold. The rate of items that you lose a lot less of them than you did before. And also, you can't lose your rings or the galaxy sword. So, that's a nice help. Losing the galaxy sword, I could see that would be pretty terrible. I actually lost my obsidian edge, so I was pretty mad about that. But it does say that dying in the mines, I don't know if that includes Skull Dungeon, but I would be careful. But at least if you die in the mines, you're not going to risk losing a lot of really good things. The Journey of the Prairie King is the next thing. This game has been making me mad. I really trying to get it without dying. I'm not very good at it. But the changes to this are you can now pick up power-ups at the edge of the screen. I'm going to give this just a second, see if I can find one. I doubt it on the first stage. But you can pick up power-ups that are way over here. Yeah, the die, but at least it was close. Before, if there's a power-up right on the very edge of the screen, sometimes you wouldn't be able to grab it, but now he's fixed that. So that will help. You can stock up your points to try to get all your power-ups to see if you can survive the whole thing without dying. I haven't done it yet, and oh man, it's causing me a headache. Willy now likes most fish dishes. Before, Willy doesn't like most cooked things. Even if it was fish, he wouldn't really go with it. Now, he will. That makes a lot more sense that Willy would like cooked fish dishes. So that's a little bit easier now to possibly get his friendship level up. And our last thing, I can actually show this. The Adventurers Guild will sell your monster rewards. I'm assuming this is just in case you toss like an important ring. Wow, this horse. A patch that I'm really hoping for is make the horse able to actually go through some gaps. But if you toss a ring or any other of the rewards that you get from your monster slaying quest, you're going to be able to pick them up over here at the shop. If I recall, they're fairly expensive, but as I said in other videos, pretty easy to get money at this point. No matter how you do it. A lot of things that have been in the comments of videos being like, oh, you should be doing your ancient seed wine, or you should be doing this or that. A major thing with these games is play them how you want. For me, just sitting there and making ancient seeds and working on the ancient seed wine, that's not fun to me. I'd just rather kind of diversify. And let's see, I know I'm missing something. Yeah, the dust sprites are the only one that I'm missing. I really don't want to go down there and grind 200 of them. Alright, here we go. Yeah, if you have a couple of the rewards, they're fairly pricey, but at least if you do lose them somehow, you can come back here and purchase them. So the Savage Ring and the Slime Charmer Ring are my two favorite things so far. The Savage Ring is really helpful in the Skull Dungeon. It's as you start killing things, you get a massive speed buff, and you can start running around. While the Slime Charmer Ring helps you with actually farming slimes. Still don't know practical benefit of farming the slimes, but it's fun. it's something to do, and I'm trying to see how many slimes I can get stacked up into this one room. I'll show you my progress so far. I'm hoping I can just cover every tile in slimes, but I doubt it's going to get to that point. But eventually I will have my own army of minions, and... Oh! I'll blow them up with a bomb or something. I really don't know practical use of them other than just going, oh look, I've got a bunch of slimes. And they pin me against the wall and I kind of have to keep walking until they let me move through. There we go. Okay, and also, with some bug fixes, you can no longer consume trap bobbers. I had done that a couple of times, but it won't happen anymore. It will just make them disappear. And also, tools that are left in chests will no longer count as missing. I also had that happen a few times, but now those are the two big ones. But the main thing with this patch was the spouse changes. Makes festivals a little bit more unique, and also has your in-laws talking if you married somebody who is living with the family initially. And also, I didn't mention it, but Sam, Sebastian, and Abigail all have... They'll actually still go back to the saloon on Fridays and go play pool and hang out like they used to. So a lot more stuff that instead of once you marry your spouse that they're just kind of there. They're still living their lives now. So kudos to Concerned Ape for listening to people, working on the marriage stuff, and I'm looking forward to things that are coming in the future for the game. But if you guys like the video, please be sure to like, favorite, comment, subscribe to my channel, all that stuff. Be sure to check out my Twitch channel. I'll be doing this as well as some new games and always, of course, doing my speed runs. So I look forward to having you all there, and I appreciate the view. Y'all have a wonderful day.